Before listening to the story of a scary teacher like me, press the subscribe button or else.
Preview.
Don't forget to press the bell icon.
Preview.
This story is about 19-year-old Rahul. He got new admission in college, and he was very excited. But he did not know what terrible trouble awaits him in college. It was his first day in college. When he was going towards his hostel room after finishing his lecture, when he saw a woman standing in the corridor, she was from afar. She was staring at Rahul. He thought that she would be a bad teacher. Later, Rahul used to see her every day in the corridor of his room, and she always appeared at the same time when there was no one in the corridor. Rahul found this strange, so many times he tried to greet the teacher, but the teacher did not give any reaction, just kept staring at Rahul. There were two libraries in the college, one which was newly built and one very old. That old library was closed for the last 1 year, but one day when Rahul was passing from there, he saw the same strange-looking teacher going inside that old library. See, he thought that he would follow that teacher and find out who she is. The library was in very bad condition, and there was a strange smell from it. In that library no one was visible except that teacher and Rahul. In the last part of the library, Rahul saw the teacher standing. She was writing something on the wall, and at the same time something was muttering. Rahul was watching the teacher standing quietly away, but suddenly the teacher turned back and saw Rahul with a terrible look. The teacher's eyes turned red. Then Rahul was starting to feel a strange fear. So he quickly left from there. When he came out of that library and looked at the door, he saw that it was locked there. He did not understand anything, so he went back to his hostel. His hostel warden asked him, seeing such a nervous condition, what happened to him when he told the whole thing to the warden. Then the warden suddenly woke up. It seemed as if the warden had gone numb after listening to Rahul. Seeing the warden, Rahul got even more scared. And he asked the warden, who is that teacher after all? The warden didn't say anything to Rahul. But he did give a warning that even after forgetting again, Rahul, afraid not to wander around that old library, shook his neck, and went quietly to the room. At night, Rahul was sitting next to Rohan in his room. They were talking to each other when Rahul saw someone's shadow under the door of the room. When Rahul opened the door there was no one there. Rohan asked him why he was so upset. Then Rahul told Rohan about that strange-looking teacher, which Rohan was also very surprised to hear. Rohan told that the teacher has also appeared to me many times, sometimes in the corridor outside the room and sometimes both were talking near the water cooler. After a while, a shadow was seen outside the room. This time both of them came out of the room and started looking for that shadow in the corridor. After some time both of them reached the same old library. Despite the hostel warden's warning, Rahul went with Rohan. The library smelled very strong. He could hear someone's grumbling. When both went to the voice, they saw that the teacher was scratching herself on the wall of the library and was murmuring something loudly. Both were very scared to see this. As they were about to come out, the door of the library closed automatically. The ground slipped under both feet. The teacher's face became very scary. She was flying in the air and was moving towards both of them. The sound of her murmur became louder now. She shouted and extended her hand to hold both of them, but then the warden came there. After opening the door of the library, the teacher disappeared as soon as the warden came. The condition of Rahul and Rohan had become very bad. Seeing them, the warden took both of them to the medical room of the college. The next day he was feeling a little better. Then the warden told him that a year ago the college teacher had committed suicide after killing 2 children in that library. She was mentally unstable due to her personal life. And she had become so mad that she slashed both the children and killed them. The students who died by chance lived in the same room where both of you were living now. The room of both of them was changed on the same day. And that old library was destroyed forever. Since then the teacher was never seen in that college. Both Rahul and Rohan narrowly escaped that night, but they still tremble at the thought of the terrible teacher's ghost.